Good morning, children. Today we will start with the topic ionic equilibrium from the chapter equilibrium. Okay. Previously we were doing chemical equilibrium. Now we will talk about ionic equilibrium. What is ionic equilibrium? We will try to understand it. Now before going into ionic equilibrium, first we will learn few terms which you should be aware of while learning the ionic equilibrium. Okay. उसमें सबसे पहला है इलेक्ट्रोलाइट. What is the meaning of electrolyte? Electrolyte is a compound whose aqueous solution or melt conducts electricity, then it is called as a electrolyte. Are you understanding? Any compound when you add it to water, मतलब उसका aqueous solution बन गया. अगर वो aqueous solution इलेक्ट्रिसिटी को कंडक्ट करता है, देन इट इज कॉल्ड एज एन इलेक्ट्रोलाइट. वेरी बेस्ट एग्जाम्पल यू कैन हैव इज एग्जाम्पल ऑफ NaCl प्लस वाटर. यू विल गेट एक्वस NaCl, और ये जो एक्वस NaCl है इट विल कंडक्ट इलेक्ट्रिसिटी एंड देयरफॉर दैट इज कॉल्ड एज एन इलेक्ट्रोलाइट. व्हाट डू यू अंडरस्टैंड बाय मेल्ट? मेल्ट मतलब इफ द liquid form of NaCl, NaCl is a solid substance, अगर उसका liquid form NaCl मेल्ट करके जो liquid NaCl बनता है, if that is able to conduct electricity, then it is called as an electrolyte. Or any compound whose liquid form can conduct electricity is called as an electrolyte. Have you understood? So that is electrolyte. Any compound when you add it to water and if the aqueous solution conducts electricity, then it will be called as an electrolyte. Or any compound अगर उसका liquid form if it is able to conduct electricity, then it will be called as an electrolyte. ठीक है, तो दोनों possibilities है. Then non electrolyte वो होता है any compound which is not able to conduct electricity will be called as a non electrolyte. Okay. Then next term which you should know is degree of dissociation or degree of ionization. ये हमने previously also we had seen degree of dissociation, degree of ionization is given by the number of molecules or the number of moles. Moles and molecules they will be equal only. So number of moles dissociated from the total number of moles taken. Okay, it's the fraction of the number of moles dissociated from the total moles taken. That is what we had seen previously also as the degree of dissociation. Alpha, we represent it as alpha. We call the degree of dissociation also as degree of ionization. Now you will be thinking, what is the difference between dissociation and ionization? Usually dissociation and ionization are not differentiated. We are taking it as the same thing. But there is a slight difference. What is dissociation and what is ionization? Dissociation मतलब क्या? जैसे हम ये एग्जाम्पल ले लेते हैं NaCl. NaCl किससे बना होता है? NaCl बना होता है Na plus ions and Cl minus ions का क्लस्टर है. When Na plus ions and you have learnt in your previous class no कि formation of NaCl कैसे होता है. पहले Na will lose one of its electron and convert to Na plus ions, and Cl will gain one electron and get converted to Cl minus ions. When this Na plus ion and Cl minus ion combine, they form NaCl. मतलब NaCl जो है वो एक cluster of Na plus ions and Cl minus ions है. And when this NaCl is added to water or dissolved in water, what happens? These ions they get separated. मतलब वो compound NaCl में already there were presence of ions, and when you add it to water these ions separate out. तो ये जो process है उसे कहते हैं dissociation. So what is dissociation? When ionic compound dissolves in water, ions which are already present in the solid compound separate out, and this is called as dissociation. So any ionic compound you take, NaCl है, KCl है, any of the ionic compound, you will find that this compound itself has ions in it. So when the compound is added to water, these ions separate out, और ये जो process होता है उसे कहते हैं dissociation. So you are getting ions in the solution form. solution form में you will see the presence of ions. Okay, ionization क्या होता है? When neutral molecules which do not contain ion, but when dissolved in water it splits to produce ions, then this is called as ionization process. Okay, जैसे HCl है, HCl एक न्यूट्रल मॉलिक्यूल है, इट इज नॉट फॉर्म्ड ऑफ H plus ions and Cl minus ions, no, but when you add it to water, what will happen? It will dissociate, it will separate out or it will form H plus ions and Cl minus ions. तो ये जो प्रोसेस है, दिस इज कॉल्ड एज आयोनाइजेशन. This is called as ionization. Any neutral molecule, if you add it to water and it will give you the ions, then that is the process of ionization. वहाँ पे ionization हो रहा है. यहाँ पे क्या है? Already the compound has ions, dissociation में. Already the compound has ions and when you add it to water, those ions separate out. So it is called as dissociation. जैसे NaCl. NaCl किससे बना है? Na plus ions and Cl minus ions. When you add it to water, what happens? It gets, again इधर भी ions produce हो ही रहा है, but difference क्या है कि this compound itself is made up of ions. It has cluster of ions in it. So you will have Na plus ions and Cl minus ions being formed from NaCl, which is a cluster of ions. So have you understood the difference? So degree of ionization or degree of dissociation, it's the same thing. It is number of moles of dissociated reactant upon the total number of moles of the reactant taken. ठीक है, तो ये सारी चीज़ें you should understand. Now based on this concept of electrolytes now it can be divided into two types. One is called as the strong electrolyte, other is called as the weak electrolyte. So we will write about that, we will write the definition, first you copy this. As I said, electrolyte, it can be divided into two types. What are they? Strong electrolyte and weak electrolyte. What do you understand by strong electrolyte? Strong electrolyte means the substance which dissociates completely into ions, or you can say almost completely into ions in the aqueous solution, then that is called as a good conductor of it will be called as a strong electrolyte, and also it will be a good conductor of electricity. ठीक है, so since why conduction of electricity is mattering here, because more the number of ions, more will be the conduction of the electricity. ठीक है, तो completely dissociate हो रहा है कि almost completely dissociate हो रहा है, then it will be a good conductor of electricity because more number of ions are present. Then that kind of a substance is called as a strong electrolyte. जैसे NaOH है, KOH, HCl, H2SO4, NaCl, KNO3, they are all very good strong electrolytes, okay, because they dissociate completely in their aqueous solutions. जबकि weak electrolyte क्या होता है? The substance which dissociate to a small extent. Dissociation तो हो रहा है, but to a small extent, then it will be called as a weak electrolyte. And since the number of ions produced are also less, the conduction of electricity will also be less. So the conduction of electricity for a weak electrolyte will be to a less extent, and even the ionization will be less. जैसे NH4OH है, weak है, weak base है, that means it is a weak electrolyte. Weak acid, it is a weak electrolyte. ठीक है, so that is how you can differentiate strong electrolyte and weak electrolyte. Okay. Now strong electrolytes, you can see NaCl in water, it will completely dissociate into Na plus ions and Cl minus ions. NaOH will completely dissociate into Na plus and OH minus ions in their aqueous solution. While HCl in the aqueous solution, it will give you H plus ions, complete dissociation. Whatever amount of HCl was present, all has been converted into H plus ions and Cl minus ions. ठीक है, जबकि weak electrolyte में क्या है situation? This CH3COOH is not completely dissociating. Some amount of it is still remaining in the salt form. So if you have taken 1 mole of acetic acid CH3COOH, then you won't get 1 mole of acetate ion, that is CH3COO minus ions. You will get less than 1 mole because all the CH3COOH has not converted into ions. Some of it is still remaining in the form of CH3COOH form. So, the dissociation is not complete, it is to a very less extent. Okay. This kind of an electrolyte is called as weak electrolyte. Okay. Similarly, NH4OH, ammonium hydroxide in water, it will give you NH4 plus and OH minus ions. So, NH4 plus OH minus ions, it is in equal, we don't put only one headed arrow. देखो यहाँ पे हमने one headed arrow ही लिखा, यहाँ पे double headed arrows दिए हुए हैं. That is because here there is an equilibrium between the ions and the salt or the acid or the base. Here in this case it is an acid. So, there is an equilibrium existing between the ions and the acid. Here there is an equilibrium existing between the NH4 plus and OH minus ions with the NH4OH. So, for a weak electrolyte always we find there is an equilibrium existing. So, in general we can write for a weak electrolyte AB, there is an equilibrium existing between A plus and B minus ions with the salt AB or with the compound AB. Okay. और इस तरह का जो equilibrium है, this equilibrium is called as, this equilibrium is called as ionic equilibrium. This equilibrium is called as ionic equilibrium. Why? Because there is ions which is present in equilibrium with the salt. So, this is called as ionic equilibrium. और अगर हम इस equilibrium में law of chemical equilibrium apply करें तो K is the equilibrium constant which will be equal to what? Concentration of A plus ions into concentration of B minus ions upon concentration of AB. इस तरह से, और इसको हम Ki लिखते हैं, that is ionic constant. Okay. Equilibrium constant we call here as ionic constant. Okay. Ki represent करेंगे, and Ki will be equal to what? Concentration of A plus ions into concentration of B minus ions and upon AB. So, this is what we call as ionic equilibrium. Got it? Earlier we were simply studying about chemical equilibrium. Here the equilibrium is there between the ions and the compound from which it is being formed. Okay. So, this is what we call as ionic equilibrium, and this is the ionic equilibrium constant, okay, which is represented. This is same as you apply the law of chemical equilibrium for other equilibriums, same way you will apply it here also. Okay, but here we write it as Ki. Got it? Okay, so you can note this down. Now we will study about ionization of weak electrolyte. Okay. So, let me take a weak electrolyte CH3COOH. When you add it to water, it will give you CH3COO minus plus H3O plus. Is it correct? Just to look at the equation, this is your acetic acid, add it to water, it will ionize into CH3COO minus and H3O plus. Okay. Suppose if you are taking the initial concentration of acetic acid as C moles per liter, ठीक है, तो ये दोनों क्या हो जाएगा? 0, 0. Okay. So, at equilibrium, let alpha is the degree of dissociation. Okay, let alpha is the degree of dissociation. Then the amount of acetic acid left will be C minus C alpha. Okay, we can write it as C minus C alpha. C में से alpha amount has dissociated. मतलब remaining कितना होगा, initial minus the one which is remaining. Okay, so this becomes C into 1 minus alpha. Okay, and what will be here, it will be C alpha and this will be C alpha moles per liter. ठीक है. Applying the law of chemical equilibrium, what do we have? Applying the law of chemical equilibrium, we will find Ki will be equal to what? Concentration of CH3 COO minus into concentration of H3O plus upon concentration of acetic acid into concentration of H2O. But H2O का concentration, it is remaining constant. It is not changing. It is remaining as it is. So therefore, this can be taken here. Okay. And since this is an acid, we will say it is the dissociation constant of an acid. Instead of ionic concentration, ionic constant, we will call now it as dissociation constant of an acid, since it we have taken as an acid. So what have I done? ये H2O को ये Ki के साथ combine कर दिया. क्यों? क्योंकि ये भी constant है और ये भी constant है. So we get a new constant and this constant is called as dissociation constant for an acid. Which is the acid we have taken? Acetic acid. Okay. So Ka will be equal to, I have acetate ion CH3COO minus into, sorry, minus should be put inside, acid upon CH3COOH. So you have got Ka. Putting these values, what will we get Ka as? Ka I will get it as, what is the concentration of acetate ion at equilibrium? It is C alpha. Okay, C alpha into C alpha upon C into 1 minus alpha. Okay, C into 1 minus alpha. C and C cancels out. What do I get? C alpha square upon 1 minus alpha. Now, with respect to this 1, the value of alpha is very, very less. So, we can write alpha very, very less than 1. So, therefore, I have Ka will be equal to what? C alpha square. So, therefore, 1 minus alpha, here it becomes equal to 1 only, because इसका value बहुत कम है. तो it is almost equal to 1. Okay. So, upon 1 आ जाएगा यहाँ पे. So, this becomes, so therefore, what do I have? I have C is equals to K by alpha square, or rather we will put it the other way, कि alpha square will be equal to what? Ka by C, ऐसे आ जाता है, और we have alpha is equals to under root of Ka by C. ठीक है. Now C is what? It is the concentration, okay, in moles per liter. ठीक है. If 1 mole of acid is taken in V liter of solution, then हम C को कैसे represent कर सकते हैं? 1 by V, because it is moles per liter. Are you understanding? C is the concentration in moles per liter. So, if you are taking 1 mole of a substance dissolved in V liter of water, then you get C is equals to 1 by V. Okay. So, therefore, you can write here what? Alpha is equals to under root of K. C के जगह हम क्या लिख सकते हैं? 1 by V, मतलब V will go into the numerator. So, you have alpha is equals to under root of K into V. So, you have so many formulas here which you are supposed to know. Alpha is equals to Ka by C, where Ka is the dissociation constant of an acid, C is the concentration of the initial concentration of the acid taken. Okay. Here you can have alpha is equals to under root of K into V, where V is the volume in liters. Followed everyone? So, this is how you can have the dissociation constant related with the degree of dissociation. One more thing you can take here, key this is founded for this is the dissociation constant of an acid related to degree of dissociation. Similarly, dissociation constant of a base, if you have taken NH4OH in place of acetic acid, then you would have got the relation of alpha is in this term, that is, then you will write it as Kb, which is the dissociation constant of a base by C, or we have alpha is equals to, this is your Ka, okay, do not forget it is Ka. It will give you as Kb into V, ऐसे मिलेगा. So both you should note down, okay, Ka, this is Kb क्या है? Kb is the dissociation constant of a base, dissociation constant for a base. So this also you note it down, okay. Now let us do one question based on this. Calculate the degree of dissociation and concentration of H3O plus ions in 0.01 molar of solution of formic acid. The dissociation constant of acid is given as 2.1 into 10 power minus 4 at 298 Kelvin. First and foremost we will write the equation. Formic acid मतलब HCOOH plus H2O. This is in equilibrium with HCOO minus plus H3O plus. You are asked to find the concentration of H3O plus ions in the solution of 0.01 molar formic acid. So now initial concentration is given to you. Initial concentration of formic acid, it is 0.01 molar. Naturally formate ion तो नहीं बने होंगे और H3O plus ion भी नहीं बने होंगे initially. Then at equilibrium, what would be the concentration of formic acid? It would be C into 1 minus alpha, है ना, तो C हमारा 0.01 है, okay, into 1 minus alpha होगा, that much would be the concentration, okay, and here it would be C into alpha, that is 0.01 into alpha, here also 0.01 into alpha molar होगा. Are you following? Now applying the law of chemical equilibrium, what do we get? We get Ka is equal to concentration of HCOO minus into concentration of H3O plus upon concentration of HCOOH. Okay. What is the concentration of HCOO minus? It is 0.01 alpha. H3O plus, it is 0.01 alpha upon the concentration. So if you put the values, you get 0.01 alpha into 0.01 alpha upon, I have 0.01 into 1 minus alpha. अब 1 minus alpha जो है, so here you get, so here you get 0.01 alpha into 0.01 alpha upon 0.01 into 1 minus alpha. Again 1 minus alpha you can put it as 1 because alpha is very less compared to 1. So what do I have my Ka as? Ka will be equal to what? 0.01 alpha into 0.01 alpha upon 0.01. ये जो part है that becomes equal to 1. So I have it this way. So that is 1 by 100 into 1 by 100 into 100 by 1 into alpha square. ऐसा हो जाएगा ना Ka. Okay. So this and this cancels out. So I have my Ka which is equal to 0.01 alpha square. ऐसा आ गया. Directly also you could cut it out. Okay. K value already given to you. कितना है? 2.1 into 10 power minus 4 which is equal to 0.01 alpha square. Okay. So alpha square will be equal to 2.1 into 10 power minus 4 upon 0.01. ऐसा होगा. ठीक है. So alpha will be equal to under root of 2.1 into 10 power minus 4. अब ये ऊपर 100 हो जाएगा तो 10 power 2 हो जाएगा. ठीक है. So you have alpha is equal to under root of 2.1 into 10 power minus 2 हो जाएगा. So alpha will be equal to 10 power minus 2 हो जाएगा ना. So 2.1 if you take the square root, the total value of alpha you will get it as 1.4 into 10 power 0.14 मिलेगा. 0.14 इसका वैल्यू 0.14 you will get. ठीक है. Once you have got your alpha, तुम्हें alpha खाली find नहीं करना है. You are asked to calculate degree of dissociation and you are asked to calculate what is the concentration of H3O plus. Now what is concentration of H3O plus at equilibrium? It is 0.1 into alpha. Okay. So concentration of H3O plus, it is equal to C alpha. Okay. It is equal to C alpha. C is 0.01 into, what is your alpha? It is 0.14. So that becomes 1.4 into 10 power minus 3 moles per liter. Have you understood? So this is how you are supposed to calculate. Okay. Please copy down. Now let us solve one more question. Then you can, I'll give you a few questions for your homework that you can solve it. Okay. Let me solve one more question. So here it is asked that a 0.01 molar solution of acetic acid is 1.34% ionized at 298 Kelvin. What is the ionization constant of acetic acid? What is the ionization constant of acetic acid? Ionization constant या फिर dissociation constant, it's the same thing. तो ionization constant या dissociation constant हम किस तरह represent करते हैं? Ka के form में represent करते हैं. So that is the question. You are asked to find what is Ka. ठीक है. First and foremost we will write the equation, that is ionization of acetic acid. CH3COOH is your acetic acid. You know that you are not very aware of the various acids and the bases, but as you do the problems you will come to know the formulas of the acids and the bases. Okay. So here CH3COOH, it will ionize into CH3COO minus plus H3O plus. That is how it is. Okay. Now initially what is the concentration of acetic acid? It is given as 0.01 molar. Okay. So here you have 0 amount of products. Now at equilibrium, what is the amount? It will be 0.01 into 1 minus alpha. इसी तरह से हमने represent किया था. Okay, C into 1 minus alpha. Okay. So here what will be the amount of acetate ion formed? This is the acetate ion. It will be C alpha. Okay. Now C, you know, it is 0.1. C is the initial concentration. Remember that. The C letter, it is representing your initial concentration of the acetic acid. So here it will be 0.01 into alpha. Similarly for H3O plus also it will be 0.01 into alpha. Okay. Now at equilibrium you can apply the law of chemical equilibrium and get the value of Ka. Ka क्या है? Ka is your ionization or dissociation. Okay, both ways you can say ionization constant of an acid, that is what is represented by Ka. So Ka will be equal to concentration of acetate ion, okay, into concentration of H3O plus upon concentration of acetic acid, okay. That is how it is written, the law of chemical equilibrium के accordingly Ka or the equilibrium constant for an acid is written this way. Now put the values, so you will get acetate ion is 0.01 alpha into 0.01 alpha upon 0.01 into 1 minus alpha, इस तरह से आ जाता है, okay. Now we don't have K, we are supposed to find K. So to find K, now we alpha is it known to us? It is known to us because it is given that the solution of acetic acid is 1.34% dissociated or ionized, we can say. So we know the value of alpha. Do we know the value of alpha? Alpha in terms of percentage is given to you, but we want to have alpha without that percentage sign. So you have to do what? It is 1.34% बताया, मतलब you just divide it by 100, ठीक है. So this will give you, it will give you, the point will be shifted, okay. It will be 0.0134 as alpha, ठीक है. और अगर हमें परसेंटेज में कन्वर्ट करना है तो हम क्या करते थे, अल्फा का वैल्यू अगर इतना मिल रहा है हमें इन एनी क्वेश्चन एंड इफ यू वांट टू कन्वर्ट इट इनटू परसेंटेज, व्हाट डू, यू जस्ट मल्टीप्लाई इट बाय 100, ओके. यू गेट योर अल्फा एज 0.0134. so you have your alpha value. Now can you find your Ka value? Yes, you can find. What is it? Ka is equals to 0.01. ये कैंसिल आउट हो जाएगा, तो हम इसको पहले कैंसिल कर लेते हैं, ये दोनों कैंसिल आउट हो जाएगा. व्हाट इज रिमेनिंग? 1 माइनस अल्फा. इधर भी अल्फा इज वेरी लेस कंपेयर्ड टू 1, isn't it? So you can just neglect that. Alpha, it is very less than 1, therefore 1 minus alpha is equal to 1 ले लेंगे हम. So Ka will be what? 0.01 into alpha square upon it will be 1 only, okay, upon 1 आ जाएगा. Now alpha value, you know it is how much? So 0.01 into 0.0134 the whole square, इस तरह आ जाएगा. Now when you just calculate, no, use your calculator and get it calculated, you will get 0.0000179 आएगा. I suppose I calculated it, I got it as this value. Just you calculate on your own. So you should get this, okay. Shift the point, then 1 2 3 4 5 6 positions shift कर दो, ये जो decimal है. So you get what? 1.79 into 10 power minus 6 मिल जाएगा, okay. That is 1.8 into 10 power minus 6. So your Ka value comes out to be 1.8 into 10 power minus 6. Have you understood? So that is how you get your Ka, ionization constant of acid, ionization constant of acetic acid, okay. So these are few questions. Few questions will be given for you as homework. You do it, and this will stop here. Next time we can take the various concepts of acid before going into actually the ionic equilibrium topic. We will just try to understand what is the different concepts of acid. You have learnt in your previous classes. When you were very small, you have learnt how to define an acid, how to define a base, very basic concepts. Then you 10th standard you must have learnt about what is an acid according to Arrhenius, what is an acid according to Lowry Bronsted. Okay. So, these concepts we will go through once more, then we can relate it with our topic. Okay. So, all of you should copy down this and solve the question which is given to you, so that you become clear with this topic. Okay. Thank you.